Hello everybody, and once again a very warm welcome to this new tutorial on a competition that we have just published. And this time we're looking to select staff in different fields related to finance, accounting and digital communication. It's an AST or an assistant competition on level AST3, which I will explain in a minute. This competition, as you may know if you have followed previous tutorials, is published on our website, and on this website, on the landing page of the competition, we always publish this infographic. Basically, in one blink of an eye, you see the procedure of the competition with the different steps explained, and through this tutorial, I will give you some more in-depth information on these different steps. First of all, for this competition, actually there are 6 different fields, as you can see on this slide. So there's field number 1, financial management, and there's a second field, accounting and treasury, then there's public procurement, graphic design and visual content production, then social media and digital media, and then we're also looking for webmasters. You see the number of successful candidates mentioned here, quite a big competition again. Overall, we're looking to select close to 500 successful candidates, so quite substantial. So pick your field. As you can see, you can only apply for one field out of these 6. So think well what relates best to your qualities and competencies. The eligibility criteria for an AST3 competition are always rather the same, so you need at least post-secondary education in the field or relevant to the field of the competition, plus 3 years of relevant experience in the field, or you need just secondary education plus 6 years of experience in the field. And when I say experience in the field, of course it has to relate to one of those 6 fields that the competition is about, and you'll find the detailed explanation of this relevance in the notice of competition, which is the legal document explaining the whole competition very detailedly, which we have published right now also on our website. Then, as usual, there's also a language criterion. You need to speak 2 EU languages, 1 on level C1 at least, and 1 on level B2 at least. One of these 2 languages must be English. The other one can be any of the 23 remaining official EU languages. The selection procedure always looks quite the same. Again, if you would have seen already tutorials of previous competitions, the system looks quite alike. So first you have to apply, of course. Once you have applied, you will be invited to a first stage of testing, during which we test reasoning skills. The best performing will be invited to the second stage, which is an assessment center, during which we make you sit 3 more tests. And then the successful candidates will be listed on what we call the reserve list, and this is the basis for recruitment by the different institutions who will pick you and offer you a job. So let's have a closer look to these different steps. As I said, first of all, you need to apply. How do you do that? You need an EPSO account. If you do not have one yet, you can create one on our website very easily. If you already have one, do use that account. Do not create a second one because you're not allowed to do so. You can only have one account for all your applications, also for future opportunities. Always use that same account. You apply on our website. On the homepage you find the link to this competition. You can fill it out in any of the 24 official languages, and you should validate your application at the latest on the 25th of October. Prior to that time, you can go in and out your application as you wish, as long as you save your data, nothing gets lost. But at the end, of course, you need to validate that application by sending it to us, and that you can do only at the latest on the 25th of October. Everybody who applies will be invited to this first step of reasoning skills. Now, since this competition has 6 different fields, this stage is a bit different depending on for which field you have applied. So as you can see, this slide shows you the reasoning skills procedure for fields 1 and 2. And then you'll see later on there's a slight difference for the fields 3, 4, 5 and 6. You see there's a slight difference. What is the difference about for fields 1 and 2, so finance or financial management and accounting and treasury? There are, as usual, 3 tests to sit: numerical reasoning, verbal reasoning, and abstract reasoning. And for these 2 fields, the numerical reasoning is separate from the 2 others. So you need a separate pass score of 8 out of 15 in this case for numerical reasoning. And then, as you can see, there is a combined pass mark for verbal and abstract reasoning. And there you need 12 out of 25. Okay? You sit these reasoning skills tests not in English, so in your other language. All right? The difference for fields 3, 4, 5, and 6 is that here the verbal reasoning is separate. You need a pass score of 10 out of 20 for your verbal reasoning, and then there is a combined pass mark for numerical and abstract reasoning. Also, the number of questions and the duration and the scoring is a bit different, as you can see here, but all that is explained again in detail in the notice of competition. I do advise you to train this well, and you can do so by having a look at our sample tests. You see the link below on this slide as well. We offer sample tests in all languages for you to train this. And if you train these kind of questions and tests, you will get better at this. So I really advise you to go there and have a look if you think about participating in this competition. As said, the best performing will be invited to a second stage, which is an assessment center. And in the assessment center, we first test a set of general competencies, and then some also field-related competencies, of course. So first, a word about the general competencies. There are 7 of them, as you can see on this slide here. And we test these competencies by or through 2 tests. There's a case study to be done, which is a written exercise. And this case study will test 4 competencies, as you can see here. And then you will sit a situational competency-based interview, which will assess 3 more competencies. This interview is basically an interview where we want to see how you react in a given work-related situation. Okay. Again, you will find sample tests on our sample test page. So again, have a look there to see what this looks like. The assessment center is always done in English. So all tests as from now will be taken in English. For each competency, you can get up to 10 points, and you need a combined pass mark of 35 out of 70. Then, of course, we also test your field-related competency, again in English, and that is based or done through an interview. You can get up to 100 points here. You need at least 50, and of course the interview is related to one of these 6 fields, the one that you have chosen, of course. The successful candidates are listed in a big database, and this is, as I said in the very beginning, the basis for recruitment. So once you are in this database, the different institutions will consult this database and offer jobs to the different people on these lists, and you will be recruited in the months following the publication of this list. The whole procedure can take up to 10 months, so don't think that when you apply now you will start working with us in, say, January or so. It's not the case. It takes quite long because, as you may know, we select staff from all over the EU, so we test these different candidates in different languages, in different time slots. Most of the tests, actually all of the tests, can be taken remotely, so you do not need to travel to take these tests. If you wish so, the reasoning skills test can be taken in a test center in your country, but you can also choose to sit it online from home. The assessment center tests are always taken remotely, so from home for your best convenience. All that again will be explained to you when you get to the different steps by communication from EPSO. All right. So again, I can only stress again and advise you to read the notice of competition very carefully. This document, you find it now on the apply page of this competition. It gives you all the detailed information on the different steps, on the job description as well, on everything you need to prepare. So have a look there to be really well prepared in advance for this competition. If you have any more questions, you can reach out to us. We have a team available that answers all your questions through the contact form on our website. If everything is clear and you're ready, please do apply. And I wish you all the success in this competition and hope to meet you soon, at least some of you, as a future colleague. Thanks for your attention and see you at the next occasion. Bye bye.